Now, you wrote a dynamite article. My wife, Joy, first saw it. She's like, Taylor, you're going to love this article. You got to check it out. It's titled The Anger Over Decades of Effete Bishops. Did I get that correct?
The depth of my anger after decades of effete bishops.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
Now, that's a pretty bold statement. And what's good about it is, we talk about theology. We talk about heresy and how these are damaging to the soul. But you talk about it from a personal point of view as a priest.
I start out with the article just saying what a glorious relationship I had with my uncle. He was my godfather, and he was a priest, and I, we had an amazing relationship, and a lot of Sundays we had a tradition in our family where a lot of the aunts and uncles and the cousins all would get together at grandma's house every Sunday, and there'd be like a roast beef or a turkey or something, and the Packers, but when they were playing, but we got together often. Well, he would come over too after he was done with stuff in the parish, and we were very close growing up. Long story short, in 1988, his hands are over my head, and it's just an amazing moment that his godchild, his nephew, had become a priest. Well, we would still get together as a family, and it was awesome. And then it was my 10th anniversary, and it was around that time too. I was actually seeking out advice from people and getting spiritual direction because I was changing. And I am in St. Peter's Basilica, and I'm looking around going, yeah, I always say it was like when the balloons fell and Hillary Clinton is looking up, But
Right.
anyways, I was in awe. And sacred music, it was the, Basilica, it was John Paul, it was the precision of the servers, it was everything. Right. And I just sat there, I was in awe. I said, this is unbelievable. And then I started having this sinking feeling. What the heck have I been doing? Fast forward, I have my 25th anniversary. And by that time, my uncle took offense to my transformation.
This is your mentor, uncle.
My mentor, my biggest reason for becoming a priest, the greatest hero of my life, didn't have any time for me. And he would spend time with the more liberal priests in our diocese and not with me. And literally kind of put me out of his life. The deal breaker for him, my crime, was because I was being more reverent in offering the Mass. So my 25th anniversary comes, and I'm going, I don't even know if he's going to show up, but he did. Well, he didn't say hardly anything to me, except just before we were about to offer Mass, he muttered, I'll try to get through this.
I don't understand. What's the trigger? Was it, you're not walking around the grocery store in a Saturno.
No, actually I wasn't. In fact,
now you are, but back then.
Why aren't priests making this move when in their bones they know they need to go this direction? Mm-hmm. Because why? Because they know the violent, almost violent triggering that will go on. And I experienced that. And when I made some of these changes, like for instance, I pulled out the freestanding altar and started using the high altar. I had people, they wanted to destroy me. Fortunately at the time I had Bishop Morlino. And so, they didn't have anybody that they could go to, right? And so what they do, they just went to a different parish. New families streamed into my parish. And we are it's amazing here. I pinch myself every day. I got babies all over the place, babies, and these amazing, devout young families. And they're all young professionals, And so this gets back to that article, right? So the depth of my anger for decades of effete bishops. Listen, the priests could flourish doing this. We would not be left with 30% that believe any longer in the real presence in the body, blood, soul, and divinity of our Lord. If priests were given license to do this, please, bishops, please get off of this Protestantized version of Catholicism. Bishops, you have been promoting this thin gruel for decades now, and to the point where you have got people like my uncle, okay, my godfather, the inspiration for my priesthood, to disown me in effect. Over what? Over what you created, bishops. Mm-hmm. This environment of hostility toward anyone who would dare to believe in the supernatural power of God. That's where I was when I wrote that article.
You sent me last week a bunch of combat rosaries, and one of them was a gold-plated one.
Okay.
And I gave it to Bishop Schneider.
Nice.
So
nice.
That's good.
Hey, I think I got one of those right here. Hold it up. It's
you got
pretty
a gold
shiny.
One?
Yeah. Hold on. It's pretty shiny. See, here it is.
Very shiny. It's a beautiful, beautiful
Look at
rosary.
This thing.
Oh, it's amazing.
Get in a state of grace, okay? Believe in the supernatural power of God.